Hello everybody, it is 4:30 p.m. on Tuesday out here in Maryland, just making sure it's Tuesday. And just had a closed basket of trades, so the first one this week. And I haven't given any updates yet just because I've been a little overwhelmed. I just got back into town and I'm about to go back out again on the 7th of September. And so I'm not having a whole lot of time right now. So I wanted to apologize to people that have written me personal messages on Forex Factory. Some of them are quite long, and I'm not sure when I'll be able to get to those. But unfortunately, when it comes to questions regarding my expert advisor, for people that are wanting help with the coding and the settings, I'm not going to help you much there. That's something that you're going to just have to find in my videos and work it out with the coder, because I'm not a coder myself. I actually hired somebody to do the coding of my expert advisor for me. So when it comes to needing help and wanting to work with me on that, that's something that I will not be doing, unfortunately. Okay, so let's get into the trades and do a quick update on what's going on. So I just closed out all of my trades on the $537 account now. That's the my expert advisor just closed out these positions, and I closed out for a small profit here, almost break even on the pound Canadian dollar trades, and finally got some good movement on my euro pound trades, and took about 40 or 50 pips or so on this pair. And so the euro pound is what caused me to really close out here for profit today, and it was a very late push back on the downside. We've been seeing some weird action in the market recently. A lot of it's having to do with the floods in Houston, and always having to do with what Trump is doing. And then also North Korea and the scares going on with that. So that's just a few of the issues that I know of that are going on in the news right now that are causing some insecurity in the market. So this is the 537 account that closed out. So let's give you a nice little update on that, and also my email. And this is the over $127,000 account. And this one just hit profit as well with a 0.28% profit, which is $352. So not a whole lot for the week yet, but it is only Tuesday, and the month is fairly low too, but I'm getting pretty close to where I want to be, which is about 3% for the month. And again, drawdown is super low, and I'll go more into the drawdown in just a second. My other friend's account with the 18,000 is doing very well. That just closed out for profit too, around the same amount, which is 0.23%, 0.24% for the week. And then my personal account. And my personal account came out with 0.98%, so just about a percent profit. So this is trading at 2 times the risk level of my other accounts. So the Oanda accounts are trading less risk. This one's trading at 2 times the risk. Or double the risk, you'd say. So going very well. Drawdown was higher on this account at one point, but still going really smoothly. Okay, so I'm going to show you the actual accounts now. This is my account at MaverickFX using Interactive Brokers. And you can see that my high water mark for this month, that I needed to achieve profit for, was $24,074. So now you can see that I've exceeded that high water mark by almost just about $600, over $600. So doing pretty well considering the account size and how I'm using MT4, a demo MT4 account in a bridge to trade the real money at Interactive Brokers using their software. So I had to go about a roundabout way, but things are going well, and if once this month closes out, I should be able to be eligible for an upgrade, and so this 24,000 should turn into 44,000 at that point. So I should be trading 44,000 by September 1st. So we're going to see how Maverick handles that situation, since I've had now 2 profitable months in a row, and we'll see if they actually upgrade me to the next proprietary fund trading level, which should be level 3. So I'll keep you updated on that. And the other accounts, so this is the 537. This is my personal account at Oanda, and I just withdrew the profits, the entire account at Oanda again. I keep withdrawing and depositing. So this time was about $9,600. I came out with a small profit before withdrawing, and I'm unsure about where I'm going currently. I was going to move over to MaverickFX Choice and try them for a little bit. I've used them in the past. I was going to make a wire transfer of about $10,000 to them, and I'm not able to wire funds to their bank. Apparently, I'm not eligible, or my account's not eligible to do that. I don't know. MaverickFX Choice must have a strange bank in a weird country that causes it, makes it so I can't wire funds to them. So MaverickFX Choice is probably out of the question. There is a potential I may move back to Trader's Way without taking a bonus there, but I'll just have to wait and see if fees are too high there. If not, then I'll probably just move it right back into Oanda. So my plan was busted by MaverickFX Choice not allowing me to make a wire transfer to their bank country. So very strange, but oh well. So here's the 127,340 account. Again, just so you guys know, this is a real money account. You can see at the top, Oanda live server. So this is a real account, real money that we're dealing with here. And this account also just closed out for profit, and I don't have any orders in anymore. The cool thing about this is that you can see with my little expert advisor that I use to help close out positions, is it says the account profit for today, which is nice, so $348. And it also says the max drawdown for that same day, which was $2,676, which is only 2%. So this basket today gave me a 2% risk on my trades, or max drawdown, and I came out with 0.25% profit. So, you know, very small amount, but considering how much drawdown I did have on this position, I would say that's a pretty good risk return in this case. Margin was pretty low at about 500%, so I had a lot of extra room here on this trades. Overall, I think I had about I had 8 trades in today. On these accounts, so you can see them all here. So there are 4 on the euro pound, and 4 also on the pound Canadian dollar. So I had 8 trades altogether with 500% margin, available margin, and only a 2% drawdown on my main accounts. Now this account, this $500 one, since it's running at double the risk, it's actually it receives a bit more drawdown because it's, you know, risking more. So that is shown here. Let me see if I can find it. Whoops, that's not it. All right, so this is shown also here, the same thing. Max drawdown at 4.9%. So I had a 4.9% drawdown with about a 1% gain. So again, decent profit overall, and drawdown is still very manageable at under 5%. All right, so this account, this small account, should do about anywhere from 5 upwards of 10% per month. Now, since I was running this at much higher risk before I put in another $250, so I originally had $250 in this account, or I think it was even under that. And so it was running at like 5 or 6 times the risk, and then I doubled that account balance went from 250 to 500, so you can see where it is now. And so the risk has been cut back because I'm still using 0.01 lots for this $500 account. The minimum is 1,000 that I like to use with the 0.01 lots for each trade, and so I'm still double risking the account, but that means that I should receive about above 5, maybe 10%, even upwards of 15% per month. Now this month has been really good because I just upgraded it or made the account larger to 500 this month, and so it's still a 22% month. Last month was 24%. So I'm expecting the month of September to be around 5 to 10% profit, which is still very good. But again, I'm very adamant about protecting my account before trying to push the profit. So this account's really tiny. It's kind of a fun account, but eventually, once it gets to $1,000, I'll run it just like the other accounts, with a bit more, slightly more risk, but it will be still low enough risk for an account that has 400 to 1 leverage. Alright, so that's pretty much the update for today. Let me show you the orders first before I go. The original orders, because I didn't really talk much about those. So this is the inside candle setup here. It's the original inside candle. So the bullish candle there, and then the inside bearish candle right after. And the reason why that was a good trade is because you can see that from this point, so that's our entry, there's a lot of room to the left, so there's a lot of space. That means that we were making new highs, and this one is also a new high and an inside candle. So we were expecting it to push down from there. It didn't quite move down, obviously, so entered more positions. Now it moved down here, down to this bottom area. And I held on to it, thinking that it might push a bit lower, and it did not, and shot back up. But it used that same level again as a resistance area, and then started pushing back down again. And I expect that it will probably push at least back down to this level again. So good entry, but just not quite there yet on the reversal. So the second trade today, or this week, it was a very interesting looking one because there was a gap, right? So there was an inside candle, and it closed. The market closed with the gap on the inside candle. So I was actually wondering if there was going to be a trade that went in right before the opening of the next candle, and it did not. So the gap was not huge, but it was about 18 pips on the euro pound, which is kind of substantial for this pair. And so I entered right at the bottom. Well, I knew this entry was not great, and I was surprised that it went in because typically right when the market opens, the spread is a little bit too high for me to enter trades, and my expert advisor will filter it out if the spread is over 10 pips. In this case, it was only about 3 pips on the spread, so it was really low, causing the entry to go in after the inside candle, and then second entry, third, and fourth. So this reversal here on the push back down wasn't enough for me to close out my position here. I'm looking for about 50 pips, and that was 26 and about 7. So I was only about 35 or 30 or 35 pips there, just not enough for me to close out. And it shot back up, and then this is when we got that nice movement that closed out all the positions, and these top two orders got in at a really good place. And so I was able to close out for a nice profitable basket here. Alright guys, things so far going well this month. Been a very low profit, but also very low drawdown too. So usually when that's the case. So if I'm not having a really profitable month in the 5% range, then typically the volatility is much lower, causing lower drawdown on my accounts. So that's how it's looking. And there's been a couple of questions coming in on my thread, and you can see them here. There's some trade examples. Thank you again, Steve, for posting some good pictures. Again, I think that whoever's trading this system or something like it, take from Steve. He knows what he's doing when it comes to entry points in the market. He looks for, he basically is using what I've told you guys to do, but he's also not just using the inside candles to take his entries. He's watching price to see how it behaves at these levels that he has on his chart. And he's asked him if he would share his template. I think he has in the past. But he's looking at the levels. He's looking at previous support resistance. He's looking at whole number and half numbers as well to see where price is giving a potential reversal signal or a pullback in the market. And the candlesticks show you a lot, and if you know how to read them and how they're behaving and reacting to certain places in the market, you can actually get involved in a trade and come out with a potential winner. So it's all about trying to find where those are. So I know I'm not that active in the thread, guys. I don't want to get too involved in it, and I'm glad that the community is kind of helping answering some of the questions that are like these about the MaverickFX book and how to use it. Those are just things I'm not going to spend a lot of my time with. I'm going to basically just pick and choose what questions that I will decide to answer. I'm sorry about that to being choosy, but I do have a lot of things that I'm doing. Composing music right now for a potential film. I'm trading others' accounts, personal accounts, my two friends. I'm trading my accounts as well. I'm trying to figure out where to best put my $10,000, what broker, if it's going to be Oanda back in Oanda, if it's going to be Trader's Way. And I'm just looking into the future of how things are going to play out for me. I'm also currently still developing more expert advisors and strategies to push my profit, my potential profit, a bit higher, but also looking to even minimize my risk even more on my current strategies. So yes, I am working a lot throughout the day, and so I apologize for not being able to answer everybody's questions. With that being said, thanks again for the support and for your thumbs up on these videos, and I hope to be back with a new video soon. See you guys. Bye.